Please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering concepts. For more information regarding civil engineering concepts, please follow our website civilbasics123.blogspot.com. I will provide you the website link in the below description of this video. I will post at least one article per 2 days. Please follow our blog civilbasics123.blogspot.com. In this video lecture, I will explain you complete building design of G+2 structure by using staad Pro V8i software. Okay, so initially I will show you the typical floor plan which is related to the G+2 building model structure. Then I will show you how to model the structure and how to design the structure in detail by using staad Pro V8i software. Okay, so firstly we have to click on this folder. So it will be consisting of the ground floor section and remaining floor section. The ground floor section plan will be differ and remaining floor section plan will be differ. So here I am initially selecting the ground floor section. So this is the typical floor plan which is comes under the ground floor section, which is consisting of the parking area, washroom and hall, dining, kitchen, bedroom section, toilet as well as the bedroom section here. Okay, total number of the columns for the ground floor section which is consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 number of the columns will be exist for the building model. Okay, again in the same process I will show you the remaining floor plan. So here I am selecting my remaining floor plan. So it will be consisting of the two portions, and one portion is related to the 1 BHK specifications and another portion will be consisting of 1 BHK section. Okay, so in this video I will explain you how to design this respected building structural model by using staad Pro V8i software. Okay, so before modeling process, initially we need to measure the center to center distance between the columns. Okay, so in horizontal direction it will be consisting of 4 number of the columns will be exist. In vertical direction it will be consisting of the 3 columns. Okay, so initially I am assuming the center to center distance between the first column to second column is approximately 2.5 meter. Again for the second column to third column, just I am taking here as 5 meter, and third column to fourth column just I am taking here as 3.5 meter. The total length of the building which is comes under 2.5 plus 3.5 which is equals to 6, 6 plus 5 which is equals to 11. Okay, again in the same process we have to assume the width of the building. So the center to center distance between the first column to second column just I am taking here as 4 meter, and this column to this column just I am taking here as 3 meter length. Okay, so for this section it will be consisting of 3 meter plus 4 meter which is equals to 7 meter width, and which is consisting of 11 meter length for the building structure. Okay, so firstly we have to select the staad Pro software. So before that, initially we need to create a folder. This time creating a folder here which is related to the G+2 model structure. Just I am giving the name here as G+2. So click on the staad Pro V8i software here. So firstly the software will be open here like this. It will be consisting of new project, open from previous, configuration, backup manager and license manager. So initially we need to click on the new project option. So after that we have to select this spacing option. Why? Because we are going to model the structure as per the nodal provisions only. Okay, so that's why just I am selecting here. And you have to give the name as G+2 structure model, and you have to select the file location where you want to save the location. Just I am selecting these 3 dots. So we are already created a folder which is related to the G+2 structural model. So here I am selecting G+2, click on OK. So again we have to select the length units format as well as force units format. So as per the IS codal provision, we will consider the length units will be in meter as well as the force units will be in kilonewton. So that's why just I am selecting here as meter and kilonewton section. Click on the next option. Again we have to select the add beam command from the inputted value. So click on the finish option, so that the staad Pro software will be open here like this. So firstly it will be consisting of your user interface like edit option, file option, view and tools option. Again it will be consisting of select geometry etc. here like this. Okay, I will show you how to model the building structure with the help of the node points initially. For that, firstly we have to create a single node. So for that just I am selecting 0, 0 level here. Just I am clicking on here so that it will draw the node point here like this. Okay, so after that we have to hide this 10 by 10 grid lines which is shown in the isometric view. So for that we have to click on the hide snap node bit. Okay, so after that we have to select the node point. So here you can see I am dragging the mouse towards the node, but it was not selecting here. Okay, so in order to select the respected node, firstly we have to click on the node cursor option. Okay, so again we have to select this node. Okay, so now we have to copy this respected node in Z direction distance. In staad Pro software it will take the Y direction is Z direction and X direction is X direction. So initially as per the plan it will be consisting of your respected distance of 3 meter for the first bay. Again it will be consisting of the 4 meter for the second bay. So that's why just I am selecting the grid here and click on the copy option. So after that, again we have to click on the paste nodes option. So we have to copy this respected node point towards the z direction distance, which is consisting of the 3 meter distance. Click on OK. So now we can see it will copy your respected node point from this point to from this point. Okay. So initially we need to measure this respected node to node distance, whether it is comes under 3 meter or not. So for that we have the option here which is related to the distance between the node to node points. So select the starting point. Again you can select the second point. Now you can see it will be comes under the 3 meter section. Okay. So after that we have to hide this respected node to node distance. Now initially we need to copy this second node to 4 meter distance. Again we have to click on the node cursor option. Again we have to select this respected option. Click on the copy option. Click on the paste nodes option, which is comes under the z direction distance of 4 meter. Click on OK option. So after that we have to select all the node points with the help of the node cursor option. So again we have to right click on it, click on the copy command. Again we have to click on the paste nodes option. So now we have to copy this respected nodes in x direction, which is consisting of approximately 2.5 meter. Okay. So click on OK option. Now we can see it will copy your respected nodes here like this. Again in the same process we have to select this respected all the nodes. Click on the copy option. Again you have to click on the paste nodes option, and x direction distance will be comes under the 5 value here. Click on OK. So now you can see it will copy your respected nodes here like this. Again in the same process, just I'm selecting all the nodes. Click on the copy option here. Click on the paste nodes option. So now we have to measure this respected distance is 3.5 meter. So 3.5, click on OK. So now we can see it will create your center to center distance between the columns for the respected building structure. So initially I will measure the distance. Select this point. Just I'm selecting the starting point, ending point, which is comes under the 2.5, and the second will be of 5. Again last will be of which is consisting of 3.5. Okay. So now we have to click on the hide this respected node to node distance. So now we have to copy this respected nodes to the remaining floors. Okay. So basically if you consider the G+2 structural model, it will be consisting of the plinth level section, ground slab section, first slab section, second slab section for the respective structure. Okay. So that's why we need 4 number of the base in vertical direction. Okay. So for that, firstly we have to select the node cursor option. Select all the nodes option by using Ctrl A. So we have to copy this respective nodes to the y direction, in height direction. But here in staad pro software, it will give the option which is related to the transitional repeat. So using copy option, it is not possible to create the number of the floors. But by using the transitional repeat, it is possible to create the number of the floors. Okay. So for that, just I'm selecting the transitional repeat option here. Okay. So here we have to select the direction. Okay. So initially we need to select the direction is y, which is related to the height direction. So here we have to enter the number of steps. Okay, basically it will be consisting of the ground floor section, first slab section, and second slab section, and plinth level section. So we need 4 number of the grids in vertical direction. So for that, just I'm selecting the 4. Again, each grid will be consisting of the 3 meter length. Why? Because we will consider the basic requirement which is related to the 3 meter height for the each floor. Okay, so here I'm selecting the 3 value. So click on the OK option, so that it will copy the respected node points to the vertical direction here like this. So now we have to connect these respected node points with the help of the beams. Okay. So for that, firstly we have to select all the nodes. So we have to select all the nodes. Go to geometry option. So there is a option is there which is related to the beams parallel to x direction condition connection as well as beams parallel to z direction condition connection. Okay. Go to geometry. Connect to beams along x direction axis, so that it will join all the members in horizontal direction here like this. Again in the same process we have to go to geometry, connect the beams along z direction condition, so that it will connect all the members at the z direction again. Okay. So again we have to connect the columns in vertical y direction also. Again go to geometry option here, go to connect to beams along y axis section. Okay. So now we can see it will connect the 48 number of the sections. Okay. So after connecting all the sections, we have to delete the beam sections at the ground section. Okay. So this is the ground section. We have to delete section. So click on the select all the beams by using beam cursor. Click on delete option. Click on yes option. Okay. So after deleting all the properties, we need to add the slab section for the respected ground floor, first floor, and second floor, except the plinth level. Okay. So for that, firstly we have to select the front view. Okay. So if you want to add the slab section, it is not possible to add the slab section by using all these respected number of the beams and column section. Okay. So that's why we will separate one slab section from the whole model. So for that, we have the option is there which is related to the cut section. Select the front view. For that, go to select the cut section option. So here we have to select the select to view option. Click on OK. So now we have to select the starting point here. Again, we have to select the second point. So click on the 3D view. Now we can see it will show you a respected slab section here like this. Okay. So after that we have to draw the slab section for this respected portion. Okay. So here as per my consideration, just I am considering only 4 node plate. If you are okay with this respected building design, you can go with the add generate surface meshing. Okay. So simply I am selecting the add 4 node plate option here. Select the starting point here, select the second point here, third point, again I'm selecting the fourth point. Okay, in the same process we have to add all the slab section for the building. So after creating all the slab section, we have to click on the whole structure command in order to see the whole model. So we have to see this whether the slab section is assigned or not. So for that we have to click on the 3D rendering view option. So now we can see it is loading the 3D rendering view. This is the 3D rendering view which is assigned with the slab section here like this. Okay. So after that we have to copy this respective slab to the remaining floors. So for that firstly we have to click on the plate cursor option. Select all the plates. Okay. So we have to copy this respected plates to the remaining 2 steps. Okay. So go to transitional again. In Y direction again. Number of steps will be consisting of 2 numbers here. Again it will be consisting of 3 meter section. So click on OK option so that it will copy the respective slabs to the remaining stories. Okay. So after copying process is completed, just we have to add the properties which is related to the beam sections, column sections as well as the slab section dimensions. Okay. So for that go to general option here, go to properties option. Initially we need to define the dimensions for the cross section. Okay. Click on define option. So it will be consisting of the circular, rectangular section, T section, trapezoidal section, general, tapered eye, tube. Okay. Assign profile. So basically for the big column sections and beam section, we will consider rectangular section only mostly. Okay. So that's why just I am taking the rectangular property. Just I am taking the beam column size which is consisting of around 0.3 cross 0.23. Just I am taking here as per the consideration. Again for the beam section, just I am taking the same property which is related to the 0.3 cross 0.23. Okay. So click on the cancel option. Okay. So after that we have to click on the thickness option. So see here I am selecting the plate thickness which is comes under the value of 0.12. Just I am considering, click on add option, close option. So now we have to select this respective rectangular property. We have to assign the property for the beam sections and column section. Okay. So if you are defining the different types of the cross sections, you can initially define here and you can assign the properties to the building structure as per your consideration. Okay. So here I am simply selecting the assign to view option, assign option, yes option. So after that select the plate thickness by using assign to view option, assign option, yes option. Don't click on assign to view option for the different types of the cross sections. Okay. So please follow our videos. I was already uploaded different types of the assignment methods by using staad pro V8 software. Please follow any one of the methods so that you can gain the knowledge regarding the assignment method of the properties. Okay. So for simple understanding, just I am explaining assign to view option here. Okay. So after assigning the properties is completed, we have to click on the support condition. Okay. So here I am selecting the support condition option. Select the create option. Initially we have to create the fixed support. Click on add. Select the support to by using the front view option. Select all the node points at the base here. Okay. Click on assign to selected nodes. Assign yes option so that it will assign the fixed supports at the base. Okay. So now we have to assign the load condition system. So basically D+2 building structural model is comes under the ground story plus 2 story model which is equals to 3 plus 3 plus 3 which is equals to 9 meter height. Okay. So loads are classified into 2 categories. One is related to the lateral loading condition and one is related to the gravity loading condition. Okay. So gravity loads are nothing but the forces which is acting towards the gravitational force, and lateral loads are nothing but the forces which is acting toward perpendicular to the gravitational force. Okay. So dead loading condition, live loading condition will be comes under the gravitational load cases, and earthquake loading condition and as well as wind loading condition are comes under the lateral loading condition. Okay. So basically if the building height is greater than your 10 meter height as per the IS 875 code provision, we need to take the wind loading condition. Otherwise we need to skip the wind loading condition. Okay. So for this building which is having the height is approximately 9 meters. So that's why I am not considering the wind loading condition. Again, so seismic loading conditions is comes under your different types of the seismic zone as per the IS 1893 code book. Okay, it was divided into 4 categories: zone 5, zone 4, zone 3, zone 2 condition. Okay, so here I am considering low seismic zoning condition which is related to the zone 2 which is having 0.10 is the factor. Okay, so that's why I am not considering the seismic loading condition also. Okay, so for this building just I am considering the dead loading condition as well as the live loading condition only. So click on the loads and definitions option, click on the load case details, click on add button. So firstly we have to select the dead loading condition, and give the title is D option. Just I'm giving the title is D simply. Just I'm selecting the live loading condition. Just I'm giving here as L. Okay. So initially we need to select the dead loading condition. Under the dead loading condition, firstly we had to add the self-weight condition in y direction with -1 factor. Why? Because the gravitational force will be acted towards the y direction condition only. Okay. So initially we need to check that whether the self-weight is assigned for the dead loading condition is not. Okay. So after assigning the dead loading condition with self-weight, so we have to add the external wall load condition systems and internal wall load condition system. So initially we have to calculate the intensities. So here I am opening my calculator. So initially I am taking a external wall will be consisting of 0.23 thickness, and we have to multiply this respected value with unit weight of the brickwork. Again we have to multiply this respected value with each floor height, which is comes under the 3 value. So which is comes under the 13.8. Again we have to calculate the internal wall load also. Next I am taking 0.125 is the thickness of the internal wall load multiplied by 20 multiplied by your respected 3 value, so that it can get the 7.5 value. Again we have to calculate the parapet wall load also. So further just I am selecting 0.125 value multiplied by your respected 20, again multiplied by your respected, just I am taking 1.2 meter, so that it can get the values 3 here. Okay. 3 plus 7.5 plus 13.8. So this is all the sum of the load which is comes to through the wall. Okay. So initially we need to sum these values. 3 plus 7.5 plus again 13.8. So which is comes under the value is 24.3 kilonewton per meter. So kilonewton per meter is comes under your member load, which is of uniformly distributed load. The load is transferred towards the gravitational force only. Just we have to keep the minus in front of the value. Just I am selecting 24.3. Click on add option, so that it will add the load which is related to the wall condition. So after adding the wall condition system, we need to add the floor loading condition system. Okay. So basically on the slab section we will add the floor loading which is related to the marbles and tiles. So the floor load as per the IS codal provision, which is comes under the intensity of 1 kilonewton per meter square to 2 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. So just I am selecting the floor load here, which is consisting of the pressure is approximately, just I am taking 1.5. So we have to enter the distance also, minimum distance as well as the maximum distance. So this respected minimum distance is maximum distance is related to the slab height. So as per the building model consideration, the first slab was exist at a distance of 6 meter from the ground. So here I am selecting 6 meter is the minimum distance. Again we have to select the maximum distance also. Next I am taking here as 12 meter height. Click on add option. Again we have to select the live loading condition. Click on this add option. So firstly we have to select the floor loading condition, which is comes under the pressure of -2, which is acting at a distance of 6, and this respected value will be 12. Okay. So 6 and 12 is the minimum as well as the maximum distance for the respective structure. Okay. So here we have to keep the minus value in front of the floor loading condition system. Okay. So this respected live loading condition will be related to the movable or non-movable things, which is comes under the furniture system, dining section, as well as your respected sofa, hall, loading condition, and person's load, which is comes under the external load. Okay. So click on the close option. Again select the self-weight condition system by using assign to view option, assign option, yes option. Again select this respected value. So we have to select beams parallel to X condition system. Again we have to select the beams parallel to Z condition system. Click on assign to selected beams option, assign option, yes option. Again in the same process we have to add the load combination for the building structure. Go to select the loads and details. Click on add button. Select the auto load combination. So from this we have to pick the IS codal provision. Just I am selecting Indian code. Click on the generate option, so that it will generate the 4 types of the loads here. Click on add button, close option. So after that we have to analyze the structure. Go to analysis and print, add your no print, close option. Again go to analyze option, click on run analysis option, save option. So here we have to check for the 0 errors for the respected model under considerations. Now we can see here my model is checking for the 0 errors as per the considered value. Now we can see it is getting 0 errors and 0 warnings. Go to post to processing mode option, click on done option. Okay. So click on apply option here, click on OK option, so that it will show you the deflection diagram. So you can change the deflection diagram overview by using mouse. Okay, so you can select the load combination for the respective deflection. Again in the same process we have to select the Fy value. So here I am selecting Fy. This is the shear force diagram which is comes under the building, and again this is the bending moment diagram. Okay, so you can see the output file which is related to the shear force and bending values on the right hand side section table. Okay. So after that we have to see the plate pressure. Select the plate pressure, apply your stress type is absolute pressure, select the maximum absolute, click on apply, click on OK. So this is the maximum absolute for the respected slab section under the load combination and different types of the loads. Okay, so after the analysis process completed, we need to design the building structural model. So further go to click on the modeling option here, click on design option. So here we have to select the concrete design. So in this, firstly we have to select the IS codal provision. Okay, so here I am selecting 456, click on select to parameters initially. So firstly we have to deselect all the parameters. From these parameters we need to pick compressed strength, yield strength of shear reinforcement, maximum main, maximum secondary. So these are the major parameters we need to consider. Click on OK, select the defined parameters. So for this respective section, just I am considering M25 grade concrete. So that's why we need to give the value here as 25,000 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, click on add option, select the FY main, just I am considering here as 415,300 kilonewton per meter square, click on add. Again I am selecting the basic shear reinforcement, just I am taking 415,300, click on add option. Maximum main, just I am taking here as 16 mm diameter, click on add button. Maximum secondary 12 mm diameter, click on add option, close option. So after that click on the commands option. So it will be consisting of the design beam command, add here, design column command, add here, slab element command, add here, takeoff command, add here, close option here. Okay, so now we have to select the question marks here, which is on the right hand side section. Go to select the FC by using assign to view option here, assign here yes option. FY main also assign to view, assign yes option. Again in the same process, section reinforcement, assign to view, assign yes option. Select the maximum main option. So here we have to select the assign to view option, assign option, yes option. Maximum secondary also assign to view, assign yes option. So again we have to select the design beam command. So go to select option, beams parallel to X direction condition. Go to select option, beams parallel to Z direction condition here. Why? Because beams are parallel to X and Z. Assign to selected beams, assign yes option. Select the design column. Go to select option, beams parallel to Y condition system. Click on assign to selected beams, assign yes option. Go to select design element by using assign to view option, assign option, yes option. So after that we have to analyze the structure again. Go to analysis and print, add your no print option, close option. Go to analyze option, run analysis, save. So here we have to check for the zero errors for this respected model also. So again designing process completed, we have to check the zero errors. Okay, so here you can say zero errors is obtained, but it is obtained with 7 warnings. So go to post processing mode option, click on done option. Okay, so after that we have to deselect this respected deflection diagram. So select the beam cursor, select any one of the beam from this respected input. Okay, so initially I am selecting the plinth level beam. Double click on it, click on the concrete design, so that it will show you the respected plinth beam reinforcement section, so which is related to the mid span corner section at a distance of 3.5 meter and which is related to the 1750 distance. At the zero distance, it is consisting of 6 bars of 12 mm diameter at the top and which is consisting of 2 bars of 12 mm diameter at the bottom, and at the distance of 1750 it will be consisting of approximately 6 bars of 12 mm diameter at the top and 2 bars of 12 mm diameter at the bottom. Again for the section of 3500 mm, which is consisting of your respected value of 4 bars of 12 mm diameter and which is consisting of 2 bars of 12 mm diameter at the bottom. Okay, so for this respected length of the beam, it is required 15 number of the stirrups which is having 8 mm diameter with 110 center to center distance. Click on close option. Again in the same process you can see the reinforcement values which is related to the beam section for each and individual sections as per your considered load cases. Okay, so after seeing the beam reinforcement values, we need to see the column reinforcement section. Okay, so here I am selecting the column at the ground section. Click on the concrete design. So for this respected section, it is required 4 bars of 16 mm diameter at the ground floor section. Again in the same process I will show you the reinforcement details at the top. So this is the reinforcement details at the top. It is required 12 number of the 16 mm size bar which is related to the 12 mm diameter. Okay, so again in the same process we have to see the output file which is comes under the staad pro software. So click on the staad output file option here like this. Okay, so it will load the staad output file which is comes under the G+2 building structural model. Click on the results option, click on the concrete design. So it will show you the individual calculations and individual reinforcement details for the each and individual beams, columns as well as the slab section. Okay, so again after designing these respected values, we need to design the foundation for the building. Go to click on the foundation design. Firstly we have to select the load cases which is comes under the dead load as well as the live load. Click on the include option and directly click on the run staad foundation, so that the load cases as well as the model which is comes under the fixed support that will be directly imported to your respected foundation software. Okay, so now you can see here my model is importing the foundation which is related to the fixed support condition which is of G+2 building structural model to the foundation software here like this. Okay, so this is the fixed support condition which is on the staad pro foundation. Okay, so after importing process completed, we need to create the load combinations. Okay, so go to click on the loads and factors here. So click on the create load combination here. Okay, so otherwise you can click on the generate load combination. Generate load combination is better than the creating load combinations. So here I'm selecting generate load combination. So we have to select the code as per your consideration. Just I'm taking IS codal provision. Click on generate load combination for the service load combination initially. Again we have to click on the load combination for the ultimate load combination. Okay, so click on OK. So click on the cancel option. So after creating the load combination, we need to create the job which is related to the isolated footing. Select the concrete new job option. We have to give the job name. Just I'm taking some S isolated footing, and code will be of Indian standard system, which is comes under the units of SI system. Okay, assigned to all supports. So here we have to include the load combination which is related to the 101, 102, 102, 3, 104, 105. Okay, except the dead loading condition and live loading condition. Click on the create job option, so that it will create the isolated footing job on the left hand side here like this. Okay, so now here we have to click on the place mark option. Click on the place mark again. So we have to select the concrete cover, rebar and soil type property. So here you can see bearing capacity is 100. Instead of 100, just I'm putting 180. So click on the footing geometry, isolated sliding and overturning values factor. Click on design option, directly click on S option, so that it will start the designing of your respected foundation as per IS 456-2000 code. So these are the foundation design results which is comes under the IS 456-2000. Select any one of the foundation from this. Just I'm selecting foundation number 10. So it will be consisting of each and individual calculations. You can directly print these respected values for the site executions. Okay, depends upon your considerations. Okay, so you can click on the start page, geometry. So this is the geometry, details and drawing. So these are details and drawing for the respected foundation. So it will be consisting of your respected top section of 6 mm diameter bar, which is of 70 mm center to center distance at the top reinforcement section, and clear cover is 50 mm here, and bottom section also consisting of the same reinforcement values. Again it will be consisting of column section here like this. Okay, so again in the same process we have to click on the GA drawing. So this is the GA drawing. Click on the calculation sheet. Okay, so this is the complete process of analysis and designing of G+2 building, from modeling to designing by using staad pro software. If you have any queries about this respected video, please text me your questions in the below comment box. I will try to give the answer for that respected question. Thank you.